how to start a book or tips on writing a book, either one, it's a start. And just by the fact that you went into the search engine and wrote one of those topics, here we are. And for me, as far as how to start a book or tips on writing a book, for me, it's very simple. I'm a biology major, chemistry minor, and I've been in commercial banking my career. I'm also a writer. Now, how could that be? It's very easy because what I use as far as, I guess, the tools or the technique that helps me, I'm a visual kind of guy. And I like to see things mapped out. Mapping. Some call it brainstorming. I call it mapping, where you have a central idea, put it on a whiteboard. You have all the related topics that run to it, that run off of it. I have a picture I can look at. Not that it's going to then create the mindset I need to be able to sit down and begin to write, but it's a roadmap that I can take a look at. It gives me a path to be able to follow. There's a sequence there I'm trying to build. For me, that helps. Other people, they can just sit there and they can just write. Whether it's longhand or in front of a laptop, they have that ability to do that. So find something that's going to work for you, or a combination of things that are going to work for you. As far as tips, have something nearby under your arm, whether it be a composition book or a spiral notebook or your favorite notepad that you take with you. You've got to have something accessible to be able to sit down and jot down ideas as they're created during the day. Try not to use index cards. I used to do that. Stick it in my shirt pocket. Great ideas end up in the laundry or stuck someplace that I can never find. So you got to be organized in that sense to be able to go to a sheet of paper or some online device to be able to begin to record your thoughts, your book. Fiction, nonfiction, short story, a collection of essays, poetry. You've already got mapped out in your mind the path you want to take. That along with the mapping, for me, I had to decide days of the week, hours of those days, where I was going to set aside to go to that special place. And it's not sitting on a beach under a blue umbrella with a favorite drink in my hand. You got to find that quiet spot where you can go to on that day at that designated hour or hours, and let your creative spirit take over. There'll be days when you sit there and just either you'll be looking at a blinking cursor or you'll be staring at a sheet of paper. That's okay. Subconsciously, it's beginning to build, and before you know it, it's going to begin to flow on the paper or on the screen. Hot pen technique. I think we all use that. When the mental juices are there and the creativity is there, you just begin to write. It begins to flow through your arm, onto the pen, onto the paper. And make the most of those times. As far as grammar and form, I don't worry about that because I just want to get data. I want to get information. I want to get my story. I want to get the words on paper, on the computer, to be able to then go back and edit and revise or bring in an expert. There are people out there that are paid to do those things, to be able to edit. Allow somebody else to do that, somebody with that skill set. You're the creative person. Create, write. Use the hot pen technique. Find that special spot. Know what you're going to write. Try the mapping to create a visual image. And it's going to come. There's no deadline. Do not set a deadline, especially on the front end. You're going to know when it's finished. And if you don't have that feeling, set it aside. The day will come when you know it's finished. I've started 3 books and 1 ebook. The ebook's finished. It's not published yet. The other 3 books, they are works in process. So how to start a book or tips on writing a book, Hopefully this is helpful. It works for me. There's no science behind it. Just enjoy it. Don't get wrapped up in it to the point that it becomes so frustrating that you set it aside and feel like it's never going to happen. Some of the best works of authors happen late in life. Don't put it off that far. Hopefully you're going to be able to enjoy the benefits of it midstream life in your later years. Hey, have a great day because you deserve it. Good luck with that book, and we'll talk again soon. Take care.